Hi guys, it's Katie here from Creativa. It's been a while again since I've done a video. I apologise. There's been lots going on. Not anything exciting, just lots, you know. The lead up to Christmas, busy at work, had COVID. Yeah, so I haven't been around much. But recently I bought a Cinch machine from We Are Memory Keepers, so I have been having fun doing spiral binding on everything. And I made these two little notebooks, what I thought were really cute, and so I thought I'd share them with you if you're interested. And I made a printable template just of the paper pattern, or the pattern paper that I used, in case you want to use it for something too. So these are the two little booklets that I've made, little notebooks, and I'm going to make one with you today. So I'll just pop those to the side. The paper that I've used is this here, and I made this myself, so let me explain. I like doing these little cards like this. They're just little scrap bits of paper, you know, and I just try out different art things on them. And I like the small size because I have commitment issues, I feel like. So anyway, I have fun doing all of these. And I did one, and I kept it really basic and plain, and didn't put too much on it so that I could make a copy of it. So I photocopied it and blew it up so it looks like this. And then I used Procreate on my iPad, which is a sort of a drawing app, and I had drawn this flower, so then I just layered the flower on top of my little image, and I have my own sort of groovy paper. I like it anyway. So in this little freebie PDF pack that I've put together, it's got a full-size one of these if you want to use that for anything, and it's only printed the edge on it because the printer that I used, it's not my usual printer, doesn't do borderless, but you can obviously do borderless if your printer does that. So that's the one with the flowers on. This is the plain one without full size. Then these are the little pages that are in the notebook. I didn't show you that, did I? So the pages have got the little pattern down the bottom on each of them, which is the same as on the cover, so I thought that was quite fun. So this is a page of 4 of these, the pages that go inside the notebook. And then on here I've got a half sheet of both the one with the flowers and the one without. So that's what I've used for the cover. So I'm going to show you what I did. So first of all, I cut this one out so that I had a bunch of pages. Where are my pages? Here. You can cut them out to whatever size comes out for you. For example, on my printer at home, these pages printed bigger because the whole thing printed bigger because it didn't print with a border. But on the printer they used to print this, it put the border on, which meant that it also shrunk the image in the middle to fit the border in. So these are were a little bit smaller than what I originally printed. But anyway, so I'm just going to start by trimming these out, and you could do more than one at a time, obviously. I've already cut all of them out except for this one, just so I could show you. And then, so I'm just trimming around these edges here. And I'm never really very good at this, not cutting the bottom or something off. So I might have to go back again. Just trying to line that up. When I cut these out, I cut 3 or 4 pages out at a time, and I used my craft knife, and I found that a better way to go, only because this board needs a new cutter, and I haven't been able to find one. I don't think Kaiser Craft makes it anymore. So and then I did buy a guillotine, and I hate it. So anyway, So I've just missed this little bit off here, so I'm just going to trim this one. So I'm a bit lost. I don't quite know what I'm going to do. So if you didn't want to make a notebook like this that flips up, maybe you wanted to make one that opens out that way, you know, like that. In which case, instead of cutting down that line here for these two, you could just fold it in half, and then you could put a whole little pile of these together and stitch down the middle and make a little booklet that opens that way. But I'm doing it like this because I have a cinch, and so it's my new toy, which means that everything needs to be spiral bound. So I'm just cutting these in half, and like so. So each sheet I get 4 of these. Then my pages themselves are a little bit narrower than this, so I'm just going to line this one up on the 9 centimeter mark for me, and just trim that tiny little skerrick off, and try and get it off there. Put all 3 together for this one, so I'm lining it up there, and it's only a little slither that I'm trimming off, but I don't want it poking out of my book cover. Okay, so then I have got a nice little stack of pages there, so I'll just get rid of that, put that to the side for a minute. And so then when I've done my stack of pages, I have already, to save time, cut out 2 pieces of cardstock, one for the front and one for the back. So this is actually just some paper off the back of a packet of scrapbook paper, you know, the pad. It's just I think it's the front or the back, I'm not sure. So that's going to be, and my front and back covers are exactly the same size as my pages, and that's going to be my little booklet. I think it's about the same size, might have a few more pages. Okay, so then I'm going to cover this front and back. So I'll just pop that to the side, and for that I'm going to use this one for the front and this one for the back. So I'm just going to quickly, roughly trim these out. And this is just a nice, easy. I'm going to put these as, these are going to be, I think one I'm going to use as a little stocking stuffer for my sister. And I think the other 2 are going to be for colleagues. And I've still got enough left to make one more, so I might try that as well. So I'm just going to pop that like that. Probably didn't need to cut it out quite so precisely because we're going to trim it down again. But now I'm just going to decide which bit I want. So this is going to be my back cover, and I'm just laying it down and giving myself a little bit of an edge. And then I'm going to flip those 2 together so that we have this. And I'm just going to trim this out. So it's this is not a really nice cut right now. I need to buy another machine, another cutting board. I've been happy with this one for ages though, so it's really hard to move on. So I'm going to keep those. I can do a little bit of collage with them, or what I did do with some of my other ones was make these little paper beads with some of the little scraps, so they kind of match, which is kind of cute. So I've got those there. And pop that one to the side. Get rid of my rubbish. Okay, and then I'm just going to cover each one of these. I think I'm just going to use a glue stick. I'll just use a bit of scrap paper underneath so that it gets glue everywhere. So the PDF with these bits and pieces in them, if you're interested, I'll put in my Facebook group. and that is Bella Creativa Divas, and that is a group mainly of people who have purchased my SVGs or printable templates, which you can purchase from Etsy, and there'll be a link in the description box as well for that. And it's just all the people who have used my templates, SVG files, just so you can share your projects or ask questions, and just generally enjoy seeing what other people have done. Because I design a lot of SVG files, sometimes people have questions about what they can, about how their machine would use those SVG files. So I have a Cricut, and so most of my tutorials, all of my tutorials, are related to using a Cricut. But some people have other scanning cuts and silhouettes and things like that, and I can't give them advice on how to use those machines, but other people in the group can, so it's a really good resource for that. And also just ideas. So if you're interested in any of those things, you're welcome to come along and join the group. There are some other freebie projects in there that you can try out if you're interested, and I always recommend that people try out some of the freebies in the group before they perhaps purchase a set of SVG files from my Etsy store. And I do suggest that because my projects are not necessarily the easiest projects to make. They're usually a little bit more time consuming. They are for people who like making mini albums and junk journals, paper crafting in general. I'm not doing a huge range of 3D projects so much as I like to make mini albums and books and things like that. So that's what you'll find there. So we'll just fold that one up. So that's my front cover. Cute, look at that. This is laser printed, so it's really bright. It's brighter than this one, which was on my inkjet. You can see the difference. So the laser printer definitely makes a difference in the colour. But you know, I like that one too. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same with the back cover. Alright, so there's my front and back cover, cute, but we need to cover the inside. So I have got a piece of paper here, one of these that I've already half used. Where did I put it? Somewhere special. Okay, so I've got this piece, which is just a small piece of this. It's the top half of this that I used the bottom half for something else. So I'm just going to cut out some little pieces to go in here to cover the back. So I'm just going to quickly measure this. So mine is 9 by 12.5. So I'm going to make this, what did I say, 12.5. I'm going to make this about 12.3. 12.2 that way, and then I said it was 9, so I'm going to make this one about 8.7 this way, and the same here. Hopefully I've measured all right. And then I've got some more little scrappy pieces which also would be fun for collage, and then I'm just going to pop those on the back. Easiest project ever. So put a little bit of glue on here. I'm just using my glue stick. This is a Boss Stick blue one, you know, but it doesn't dry glue. Just so you can see where you've been. Right, so just put a bit of glue on there. And then put this on here. And line it up. How did we go? Pretty good, pretty good. a little bit close here, but only I know that. Give it a press. And that's my back cover all done, and then my front cover. And then I'm going to get out the cinch. So as I was saying, this is a project for the cinch, but there's no reason why you couldn't use these papers for anything you like. And there's no reason why you couldn't make these little projects here with different paper. Just little stocking filler ideas, really. I'm going to place that down on there. Did pretty well. Give it a press with my bone folder. And that is my cover. Alright. My cover and my back cover. Right, so I'm just going to grab my cinch and then I will be right back. Right, here's my cinch. I hope it's all in a frame. And I've got this wire here, which is 9/16 of an inch cinch wire binding, spiral binding, which is the same as what I've used for these ones here. And before I stick my cover in, I'm just going to have a little go on just a piece of paper. So I'm just going to pop my little piece of paper in and see how we go here. So it looks, you probably can't see, but it looks like it might chomp down the 7th hole right on the edge of my little paper, so I don't want that. So I'm going to pull that one out, and then I'm going to squash that down and see how we go. So let me get this out of the way. So there's my holes. I think it's a little tiny bit longer on this side than this side, but I think I can live with it. It's hard, but I think I can live with it. So it's 1 centimeter on that side and like 1.2 on this side, but I'm going to live with that. So we need to punch all our paper and our covers doing the same thing, so I can probably fit a few in at a time. I love this. I really love this spiral binding, being able to do it myself, and how professional it looks with the wire. And I mean, spiral binding is nice because it sits so nice and flat when you're working on it. So I'm just going to stick a few in at a time. I like these little bits with the corresponding little pattern on them.
Touch on the face.
Punched all my pages at the top, then I'm going to do my cover. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide which way up I want my cover to be, like that or like that, and I think I want it that way, so I'm going to do it that way. But then my cover, my back cover, I'm going to punch it upside down like that, because it needs to go together like this with this one here, you know, and the holes need to line up. And because I know that my holes are just a tiny little bit longer, or there's a little bit more of a gap on this side, then I want to make sure that I get it right with my back cover. So I'm going to do my front cover the right way up, so it goes like that, and then my back cover is the wrong way up. Now I just have to decide which way I want this to go. I don't suppose it even matters, but this is with the inside facing up, and that's that. So how many holes we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, and pop those all together. Nice. And then we'll spin it around to the side. Let's put this down for a second. And so I need 7 of these little wire prongs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to trim this off here for now, and I might need to neaten it up a little bit, but it's very difficult to deal with the whole thing when you're only using a little bit of this big long piece of spiral binding. Come on. There we go. So then I'm just going to pop that little guy on there and pull the front cover out. I'm going to put the whole stock, the front cover and all my pieces on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I cut one extra. Can't count. Alright. We've kind of ruined that one. No good to anyone now. Oh well. And I'm doing a really bad job of trimming it off. There we go. Okay. On you go. I might need to do it in sections. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, so then this one, I'm going to make sure that the cover is, the back cover is facing the front cover, so the inside of my back cover is on top, and that's that little section there all done. So then I'm going to spin my cinch around and line this up with the 1/2 inch bit here, because this is this, I think this is what the cinching bit refers to. So I'm going to shove this in under here and line up the hole at the back against the back of the machine and then squash it. And that looks pretty good. So let's just get this out of the way. Sometimes you might need to tighten this down a little tiny fraction more and squish it again, but I think we're okay. So now I just have these wires poking out because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to cut them. So I'm just going to get my wire cutters in, which actually aren't the best ones, but maybe I just have to be a bit more forceful. And that's it. So then I just turn my back cover to the back, and there's my gorgeous little, cute as anything, I love it, little notebook, which can fit really easily in a handbag. You can see the colour difference between the inkjet and the laser jet's pretty wild. So then I'm just going to make another one of these. So I've just used a little bulb pin. I've just used a little bulb pin like this, and then a little bit of hemp cord. And I've just threaded some of these beads that I've made up with the scrap paper, and I've just painted them gold on the edges. And these ones I've covered in, what's it called? This ultra thick embossing powder. I did these ones in that one, but you could just as easily give them a little coat with clear nail polish, and that would help to seal them and protect them as well. So there's definitely options, and if you want to see how some paper beads are made, I do have a video on my channel, which I'll try and remember to link for you. So then that is it, and then I've just, you know, for this one I've just wrapped a little bit of, I think this is sari ribbon on around it, and then it's got a little dangle, and it's just a cute little simple, fairly quick stocking filler or gift for someone. So if you'd like to make some of these as well, or if you'd just like to use the paper for something, these ones here, then you can grab those from the Facebook group. Just find us on Facebook and join, and then you can download these and any of the other free projects. So thanks very much for joining me today. Even if you don't make these, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.